Hey everyone, this is your whole group math lesson for March the 30th, Monday. So we just finished our unit on fractions, so we're moving to a new unit about measurement and time and how to use that information to solve problems. So what we're going to do is we're starting this unit with a clock. We're going to just be reviewing the next couple of days, some stuff that you guys remember from last year, refreshing your memory and get that prior knowledge activated. And then we can jump into some of the new stuff. So what we're going to do is we're going to just be reviewing the clock and the different attributes that it has. If you're watching this video with a family member, please feel free to pause it to ask each other questions about what you're noticing or to answer questions. So by just taking a look at my clock, there are things that we should be seeing that we've noticed before. I know a lot of times we use our cell phones or we see a digital clock where it just tells us the numbers and we can just read it. But here we have to actually do it a little bit differently. It's called an analog clock. So if you're noticing all around this clock, you should be seeing these large numbers and they go all the way to 12. So what does each one of these numbers represent for the time? It's the hour. So these large numbers are going to represent our hour, what hour we are in. We might be in the 12 o'clock hour, the 1 o'clock hour, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, etc., etc., etc. And it stops at 12 o'clock. And once we get all the way to 12 o'clock, it continues again. And we have AM, which happens in the morning, and PM, which happens in the evening. Now let's talk about these hands. They're not these hands, they are these hands. Every clock will have 2 hands. Sometimes they'll have 3. Excuse me. We have a longer one and we have a shorter hand. The longer hand, what does this long hand represent? Does this represent your minutes or does this represent your hour? It represents your minutes. And your shorthand represents your hours. It might be hard to notice this when you look at a clock, but if you're actually looking carefully at a clock, while your minute hand moves, the hour hand actually moves with it. So I'm going to actually kind of put this a little closely to show you when you're actually moving this minute hand and you can see this moving. Look at my red hand, that short hour hand. It's actually moving closer to 5 as this minute hand goes. So right now I've gone a half an hour, I've gone 30 minutes, and my hour hand has went all the way from the 4 to halfway between the 4 and the 5. Watch, I'm going to continue going. And look, it's almost on the 5. It almost looks like it's on the 5 already. You have to look very closely to see it's not there yet. And I can continue my minute hand all the way up, and boom, now I am in the 5 o'clock hour. So what we're going to focus on today is just telling time to the nearest hour. We're going to add in the minutes later. Whenever you see the long minute hand on the 12, that's the start of a new hour. So right now, since the shorthand or hour hand is pointing at my 5, I'm in the 5 o'clock hour. The minute hand is directly on the 12, which is also 60 minutes in 1 hour. So this is my 5 o'clock. The time is 5 o'clock. So I'm going to go ahead and move. Let's watch my minute hand go all the way around again. And it's back to the 12. And now let's look at the shorthand to see the hour. What number is it on? 6. Minute hand's on 12. So this is the start of a new hour. So the time is 6 o'clock. So let's do a couple more. If you're watching this video by yourself, that's fine. You can pause it and answer it and see if you're right. If you're doing it with someone, you can talk to them and pause the video. So now, what time is it? Hour hand is pointing to the 9, minute hand's on 12, the time is 9 o'clock. Okay, let's try another one. I'm gonna move this. Gotta hurry, my baby's waking up for a nap. And pause the video. What time is it? Shorthand is on the 2, long hand is on the 12, that's a new hour. It is 2 o'clock. Last one, let's practice it. Shorthand's going to be the hour. Longhand, when it's on the 12, is a new hour, so that is representing the 00. What time is it? 7 o'clock. We don't know if it's AM or PM yet because I don't know. So today what you're going to be doing is you're going to be practicing telling time to the nearest hour. When this minute hand is on the 12, that's the start of a new hour. Your shorthand tells you what hour you're in. Longhand tells you the minutes you're in. We're going to be focusing on minutes more tomorrow, but for today we're just focusing on hours just to refresh your memory of how to tell time a little bit. There's some activities in your lesson plan that you're going to be working on with telling time, so go ahead and check out your lesson plan. Come back to this video at any point if you need help. And in summary, you have your minute hand and you have your hour hand. Your hour hand's your little hand. Your minute hand is your long one. And we're focusing on telling time to the nearest hour today. Check you later.